Hello everyone, welcome to this class on some natural phenomena, where we will explore the wonders of nature. I'm certain that after watching this video, you will be mesmerized, enlightened, and filled with a newfound appreciation for the incredibly phenomena that surround us. Alright, let's go ahead and start the story of some natural phenomenon. This chapter can be broken down broadly into two parts. One is lightning and another is about earthquake. So let's start with lightning. So what is lightning? Lightning is dangerous. How it starts? It starts with the basic concept of charge. An electric charge is a property of matter. And what is lightning? It is simply a spark. It is on a huge scale, but it is a spark, right? So, what is a spark? It is a flow of charge. And what are charges? It is a property of matter. Everything is made up of atoms, and within atoms, we have these charged particles. We have electrons revolving around the nucleus. We have nucleus in the center, and it is made up of charged particles and uncharged particles. The uncharged particles are called neutrons, and the positively charged particles are called protons. So, everything has charge. But if everything has charge, we don't see its effect. Why? Because normally everything is neutral. Number of neutrons is equal to number of protons. Positive charge equals negative charge. So everything is balanced. Now, charge have some properties which is important to know. Charges are like the poles of a magnet in a way. Vaguely, we can say because like charges do not like each other. Like charges repel, but unlike charges like each other. Unlike charges attract. We can charge objects because we have seen the effects of charging. You take a scale, you rub it on your head, and then you bring it near small pieces of paper and they start getting attracted. So normally things are neutral, but there are some methods, some ways to charge them. How can we say an object is charged if there is an imbalance? So we have three methods. The first one is by friction. Everything is made up of atoms. In atoms, we have electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electrons, which are bound by atom, by friction, they get energy and jump to other body. And that's how imbalance is created. Charging by friction is mostly shown by insulators. The second method is by conduction. It is simple. You might have seen in a cartoon or a movie like Hangama, a person is stick to the electric current board and someone comes and touches him and they also feel like shocked. So this is charging by conduction, charging by touching. Then we have charging by induction. In your comb or scale paper trick, when you bring that scale rubbed with hair and then bring it near paper, but paper is uncharged. Why is paper getting attracted? Why? Induction is without touch. To induce, there is a separation of particles in the paper here and there, and that's why there is charging by conduction. By induction. But can we detect if a body is charged or not? There is a device, a simple device, electroscope, we call it. It is a device which detects the presence of an electric charge in a body. It works on a very basic principle. It will tell you it has charge or not. But can electroscope tell you how much charged body has? No. It will tell you yes or no, but not how much. So, this electroscope has a metal disc, insulator plug, brass rod, glass jar, and gold leaves. It may be of aluminum. So, if an object is charged and you bring it near the electroscope, there will be a repulsion in the leaves. Let's say the object was negatively charged, and when I bring it near, the electrons on the metal rod will repel with the electron on the object, and all the electron on the metal rod will go down here. And here also the electrons will repel. Here they will repel. And as a result, the leaves will repel. So how does lightning occur? It's the same. You take your hand, rub, and you're sitting on a plastic chair, and then you suddenly go near a doorknob and you feel like a shock. So what I'm saying is the clouds, when they are formed, the air passes through cloud, and because of friction, they get charged. Clouds get charged. Sometimes because of internal friction, because of air friction, now clouds are charged like plus plus minus minus, and same as we brought a scale near the paper pieces, they got attracted. Here earth cannot be attracted. So what happens is that earth becomes oppositely charged by induction. This difference of charge becomes so much that in between air, which is an insulator, it becomes ionized. It forms a path and suddenly charge flow through the air. That is what we call as lightning. If you are big, tall, you have more risk of lightning falling on you. Lightning can fall on houses, buildings, but how do they safeguard themselves? We do earthing. We use lightning rods. They are straight away connected to earth. So the process of transferring charge from a charged object to earth. There are also some safety measures that we should follow. Firstly, we should not stand under a tree. And then we should always unplug electrical appliances. And we should also stay away from windows. And we should, if you are in a car, you should stay inside a car. As now we have completed lightning part. So let's move to the second part, that is earthquake. So what is an earthquake? It's very scary. The place where you are living, where you are standing, it is moving beneath your feet. That is something we call as earthquake. A natural disaster caused due to the shaking or trembling of earth. Why this happens? Why it trembles or shakes? Because we are not actually sitting on a solid ground. On a large scale, if you notice, we are actually sitting on rocks which are floating on magma or molten metal. The crust is not like one. It's in plates, different fragments, and these plates are kind of floating over a molten metal. These plates can move, they can collide, or they can rub. They can go over each other, and that's how mountains are formed. So, when the plates collide or brush, we people living over there, we feel these tremors. The point from where the earthquake originates, we call it focus, which is inside the earth. So whenever there is a news of an earthquake, you might have heard epicenter was 5 kilometers apart. So the epicenter is a point above focus on the ground, and the waves which are being generated, which will be transferred, are called as seismic waves. Now, India's seismic zones. Every area is not vulnerable to earthquake. There are few points which are like high alert zones, some are like moderate zones, and some are low alert zones. The black ones are these are high alert zones, and then we have moderate and least. So Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, Gujarat, these are high alert zones. You might have heard an earthquake of 7.2 magnitude, 8.1 magnitude came over there. So, there is a device called seismograph which records the seismic waves caused by earthquake. It is an instrument which will tell you how much was the magnitude of earthquake. It records the seismic waves caused by earthquake. So, here are some safety measures you should follow. So, firstly, whenever there's an earthquake, you should cover your head and neck. And then you should not use an elevator, use a staircase instead. And then don't be panic. And then stay away from potentially dangerous objects. It was all about some natural phenomena. Thank you for watching.